All right, today I am going to be making sausage, egg, and cheese ramen noodles. Absolute goodness. What you're going to need is a pan. I have ramen noodles that are cooked to al dente. I have one egg, beef flavoring seasoning, sausage, green onion, and a clove of garlic. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna get started by turning on the stove to medium high. All right, and I'm gonna set this down right here. And so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to the pan. All right, so just add about a tablespoon of butter to the pan, just like that. All right, then you're gonna need some sort of stirring utensil. I right here have a spatula, sometimes called a fork, and I'm just gonna spread the butter around the pan like so. Now the pan is gonna start heating up, right? So while it's gonna start heating up, I am going to go ahead and place some sausage into the pan like this. All right, just place the sausage gingerly into the pan, and then go ahead, put that in there, and then I am going to start to add a little bit of garlic to the pan to let that saute a little bit. So I have my garlic right here. I'm just going to shave a little bit of garlic into the pan, just like that. All right, shave it into the pan, just like that. Absolute goodness. And then I'm going to take half of the onion and sprinkle that onion into the pan. All right, and then I'm just going to let this start to frietate. All right, so while stir it up a little bit, let it start to frietate a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to put it into the center of the pan, and it's going to start to smell good, so you're going to have to be careful not to eat while it's cooking. All right, then I'm going to take the ramen noodles and circulate the ramen noodles around the sausage. All right, you see that? Sausage, circulate. All right, and then I'll use my spatula to assist me. It's always good to have an assistant. So I have this, and so I'm going to shakerate this a little bit around the center. And then I'm going to separate. I'm going to make a hole right in the middle, right? You see this? It's kind of like a dance-off or something, right? So I'm going to put that right in the center. All right? And then I'm going to take my egg. Do you see my egg right here? I'm just going to crack that and let that sit right there. Absolute goodness. Now this is going to start to cook, all right? And then I'm going to add my green onion. Just place it onto the top like that. Look at that. All right? Place some green onion on the top. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some of my beef flavor seasoning. Get some of that. All right? Get some of the beef flavor seasoning and just sprinkle it all around on the ramen noodles. Maybe a little bit on top, just like that. All right, sprinkle it all around, just like that. And then, all right, once I have that, I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit and just like let it fry. Just make sure nothing is like burning. Make sure it's at a medium to medium high to achieve absolute goodness. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your spatula, sometimes called a fork, and scooch it in a little bit so there's no space in between the egg and the ramen noodles. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then this part right here, this next part is actually going to cook the ramen noodles a little bit, as well as get some of the flavoring seasoning, let it permeate within the food. So I'm going to take some water and I'm just going to pour it along where I see the seasoning at right here. And let that permeate down to the pan. And you're going to want to shake that area a little bit so you can get some of that seasoning to start to dissolve and permeate the other ingredients. All right. And so I'm going to turn this up a little bit. And this is going to cook the egg. And it's going to cook the egg, and it's going to take the al dente a little bit more from al dente to al cooked egg. All right. So I'm just keep on shifting this like this, and when I shift this, it kind of circles. And then I'm just going to go ahead, shift it a little bit more, just like that. Look at that. I'm going to scoot in a little bit so you can see some of the texturation. Absolute goodness right here. Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Let me scoot out so you can see more of it. All right, it's frying. The water's almost 100% evaporated. I'm just going to keep on scooting it a little bit closer like this. Like that. Doesn't that look good? And then after a few seconds, just go ahead and turn your flame off. And the heat will finish cooking the ramen noodles and sausage. Sausage is already cooked. Zoom in and let you look at that. Look at that. You have the ramen noodles, beef flavored ramen noodles, the sausage, the egg, the green onion, the garlic. Did I say the ramen noodle? And the beef seasoning. Absolute goodness, if you ask me. Absolute goodness.